Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, DJ Drip, and Farm for Property. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And in today's video, we got an update to a couple of things from the recent voice chat AMA that Forex did. As always, you can catch that live from Driptopian's channel. Seen here, so he streamed that as always, so shout out to him. I believe Ray might have streamed it as well, but this is usually where I come to get that information. Forex fell off for about 9 minutes in the middle of the stream, but luckily Lee has put in timestamps so you can navigate through that. So the big thing is the Pigpen injections, PancakeSwap information, dev teams, and some drip updates. So we're gonna jump right into that, but first, shout outs to the ladies of the Faucet again. I couldn't get the notes from, it looks like Wonder Woman's notes have now been locked, or she changed the access, something like that. And Irene's are not updated, but there are notes in the chat that I forwarded over from Wonder Woman. So I got these from Ray. So if you're looking for the actual notes on that, you can come into the Telegram group and read those. I'm going to go through some of that briefly in here. But first, we're going to jump into the Pigpen governance voting, because that's the biggest thing that we have going live. So if you come over to your Pigpen, we're going to do this together. You click this hyperlink for governance. It's going to take you there. It also up here will take you there as well. Remember, in order to participate, you would have had to have had your pigs in the Pigpen prior to this snapshot. So remember, the snapshot is an actual snippet in time of the blockchain or that specific block and what the chain looked like at that block. So that's where it's getting this information, and we have 7 days to vote on that based on your pig allocation. So it says this is a vote where the owners of the Animal Farm app platform, who are the stakers in Pigpen, determine how often yield from PCS lending is distributed to the Pigpen's BUSD vault. So here is the actual snapshot again on the actual block that was mined. That's when it was taken. And then here is what you can vote for. So you have the opportunity to vote weekly, monthly, and quarterly. And as we see so far, 79,000 pigs are being voted for weekly. Quarterly has hardly anything, and monthly has 31K. Let's see, that right there is 110,000. What do we have total available? So this can still go anywhere. There's 332,000 pigs locked. So there's another 220,000 pigs that can sway this vote. So it's definitely not over yet. So what am I doing? I don't know. I've been going back and forth. Originally, I'd said monthly, and that was because the rationale being that right now there are not a lot of dividend rewards. So I'd being built up and from the lending on PancakeSwap. So I would rather see a larger amount being injected, because remember, we're paid out 3% of that per day that's in the vault. So right now the rewards vault's like $1 million. And if we do this every week, then let's just say there's 2 million total. And then every week they would inject 500,000. That's just a smaller injection. It still comes out to the exact same, but it just doesn't have as big of an impact in the beginning as it would. So that's why I preferred monthly, and I think that's a better plan. However, Brandon over at Drip Guide, I think he mentioned that by selling weekly, you can actually kind of dollar cost average into cake. So if cake is being volatile, then you're selling it and getting better prices of the cake token. There's an argument there for that. I think right now we're near the bottom, so I don't see cake doing too many broad swings. Here we have the cake chart. So going back 180 days, we've seen just below $2, $3, and then we got up to $5 at the beginning of September. So yeah, that's decent, but if you average that out, it's about a $4 cake token that we've seen for past 180 days. So I'm still gonna go with, I'm gonna stick to my guns. I said monthly, I'm gonna vote monthly. So you saw already connected to it, and then you come down here, you select your vote, and then you put that in, and then it's going to ask me to confirm this transaction on my ledger. So let's do that. Click confirm here. Hey, 35 pigs. I thought I had only 31. Guess I bought some and forgot. Let's to show that, show you where that gets that from, right? So it's actually just rounding this number up here to give you an even number. But I think the vote actually does take the fractionalized voting power that you actually have, but just the interface here is showing no decimal places. All right, so that is there. It's asking me to sign, and then it's annotating that I picked choice number 2. Remember, pretty much everything on the blockchain is just numbers, like binary, ones and zeros code. So choice 2 in this case, you know, multiple choice 1, 2, 3 is the monthly option. So that's how it determines what each of these things actually mean. Let's sign that hash. And my vote goes in. Yeah, like I said, it still can go any which way because there's still 220,000 votes that can be allocated, basically. So the jury's still out. So we'll see. And this ends right before Christmas. So we'll come back and check on that. Just a quick message, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. This helps bring brand awareness to the channel as well as all Forex Shark related projects. Thank you. All right, let's jump into the notes of what's been done here. There was some notes or information on the PancakeSwap migration. So remember PancakeSwap, I showed you guys this in my video. You want more details, go back and look at it. But PancakeSwap migrated over to the stable swap farms, which is basically very similar to Stargate. Essentially all stable coins are, you know, pegged to $1. So they get better rates by kind of pooling them all together. Binance also did this exact same thing when they migrated all their pools to one pool. So what's going to happen over here is you will have a migrate button for these stable LPs, USDT, USDC, TUSD, and DAI. And there'll be something here for you to click migrate in like 3 different transactions. 1 to like unpair it or remove it, 2 to unpair it, and then 3 to repair it and deposit into the new farm, something like that. But the point being, until that happens, you're still earning dogs here. We are not earning any of the cake from this right now. So the longer that this waits, the farm itself is not generating that yield because those farms have been migrated on the PancakeSwap side or removed. They no longer exist. So that's the notes for that. All you have to do is just wait for that to show up live. And it should be, he said, by the middle of next week or by the end of next week, that should be done. He also updated or got in talks with PancakeSwap to have the ability to, when you purchase a dog token from here, and it makes you set 90% slippage. Before, there was an issue where you could actually buy the dog token and then it taxed the 90% on the back end, but it didn't force you to put that slippage in. So therefore you were buying it and then losing 90% of the value. Whereas when you buy it from the native animal farm, you are not getting that tax, but you get the vesting. So they fixed that so that no one will accidentally buy this token and get hit with 90% tax and not know why. Other notes, let's get in here. That was a swap, slippage. The marketing guy, I mentioned that before, was fired. And if you have a YouTube connection or any influence in the space, you can reach out to Del Boy Trotter to get some connection, get hooked up with the team to promote someone or bring someone else on board if you got any kind of influence or status or something like that. Let's see what's next. He mentioned now that they have another dev team, a dev team of 2 people, I believe. So we've got 3 people that came from Scratchy that are working on the Drip UI. Or no, the 4-man dev teams work on the Drip UI. The 3-man dev team from Scratchy, I forgot what they're doing. I think they're doing the Animal Farm updates and stuff like that. And then there's 2 additional devs that he just hired that are for the mini DAO Scratchy raise. So there's going to be a website and all that stuff for that. And there'll be a front end, back end kind of connections on how that will work. And I think it's still going to be using the REAP token, but it could be some other token. He could request something else be done. I'm not sure. And last but not least, some of the update timelines. Basically, he said that the drip UI will not be ready until till January, mid-January. And then the other like scratchy and stuff like that will be coming in Q1. So there will be a drip only AMA next week. But the new UI, he did mention mid-January. So that's the updates on that. So expect again drip to continue bouncing around currently at the dollar range. I know I had said 125 to 175, but we clearly broke below that. And then I also forecasted earlier that we could see well below $1. So we will see what happens in the short-term future. It will all depend on the utility and the sentiment. I know Ray from Bartertown says this is community sentiment for the most part. I agree to some extent, but also it's referenced the way that the contracts actually work, and people getting in now have great opportunity to make substantial gains, and the incentive is to move those gains over to the animal farm, and that kind of just beats drip upside the head. So remember, everyone gets the opportunity to kind of like 2.5x their investment. And with no reason to lock up the capital, then we're just going to see that buy pressure or sell pressure. So it's definitely community sentiment, but it's also kind of the double-edged sword that the protocol allows for this to go on in perpetuity, and it's not changed. So that's kind of, you got to take that with a grain of salt, because that is the benefit of drip. It pays out 1% regardless and forever in perpetuity. The other features that he added, like the reservoir and the additional farms and the asset staking, all that stuff he's coming up with, that allows for price appreciation. But each person basically is 2.5x of their initial value. So that just means more sells than buys by average. All right. So hopefully we'll see some updates on this come next week and get some information for you guys. But other than that, that's all we got regarding the governance. Definitely, if you got pigs, come over and vote. Let's see how this goes. There isn't, I think there'll be another vote coming up, or some other information regarding what we can do with a portion of the Pigpen capital. So this was the first one, but I'm hoping sometime in the near future, there will also be the next vote of maybe the percentage of this capital to go into other projects. That was the crowd funding piece he mentioned. So hopefully we'll see that in the near term future, being able to vote, on what percentage of this capital goes to crowd-funded ventures, and hopefully everyone in that case will pick drip, and then we'll be able to see some slight price appreciation from that. So that would be cool to see. All right, that is all I got. Hope that provided some value. If it did, you guys know the drill. Smash today's Spiel Special. Help brother out by liking, comment, subscribing down below. And until next time, lift daily and achieve your possible. See ya.